Ozzy's death really did shake the world, and the fact that we lost such an influential figure in pop culture was devastating, except, of course, to certain AI scriptwriters who saw this as a great opportunity for AI clickbait and some pretty disturbing tributes. And I want to get into that, but before I do, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Now, let's get into it. Yes, I am aware Ozzy did die a few months ago, and I know that the AI use surrounding his death was most active in July, but for some reason, I'm still seeing it all the time, and it's gotten to the point where some of the stuff I'm seeing is so ridiculous and is getting so much traction where I just kind of want to talk about it, because this shit is absolutely crazy. Growing up, I always assumed that AI would lead to more gooning or Skynet, but no. Apparently, it led to a video of Ozzy and XXX hanging out in heaven together. XXX Tianqian, I'm not even going to pretend I know how to pronounce his name. I've seen so many of these AI tributes of Ozzy in heaven be with other rappers, which is just funny to me because it seems like a lot of these AI scriptwriters have no fucking clue who Ozzy is. An AI picture I did see that I wish I could find for this video was of Ozzy and that rapper Juice WRLD in heaven together hanging out, which is ironic because if Ozzy were alive today and you mentioned Juice WRLD around him, he would probably assume you were talking about a smoothie stand. What's up? I was actually editing the video when I started to get lazy and went on my phone. It was like scrolling the YouTube shorts. And just from the algorithm, I saw this crazy Ozzy AI tribute I want to put here, where it's Ozzy with a bunch of world leaders in heaven, which is just insane. It was posted 2 hours ago, so it's crazy that this shit is still popping up. I think that's Fidel Castro. The real soullessness of AI use surrounding Ozzy's death have been the people who have been using AI for clickbait articles and fake funeral pictures. And there's been a really prominent theme in a lot of these pictures. And that is, if you didn't know, Paul McCartney was at Ozzy's funeral, which, to be honest, Ozzy would have made a great fifth Beatle. Like, as you can see here, we have Paul McCartney and Eric Clapton playing at Ozzy's funeral. Just some ridiculous shit here. According to one of these funeral pictures, Paul McCartney apparently brought Ozzy's dog Rocky with him to the funeral, which I don't know what's weirder. The fact that his dog Rocky died in 2024 and Paul McCartney seems to have brought him back to life, or the fact that Paul has chosen to bury Rocky alive with Ozzy's body. I've actually decided to check out a couple of these articles that are attached to these horrendous pictures, and I was honestly surprised on how terrible some of them were. I love how the article's title is just like a fucking essay. Like, imagine being so bad at writing articles you can't even do it with AI. Here's another picture I kind of found funny, a picture of James and Dave Mustaine crying at Ozzy's funeral with Elton John, and I knew this was fake right away because James Hetfield would never hold Dave Mustaine like that. Some of you might think that this is the worst it gets, but no, it gets worse. Like, look here, this is an interesting revelation. It turns out The Simpsons predicted that Ozzy would die in a lost, forgotten episode. I'll show it right here.
The Simpsons predicted Ozzy Osbourne's death in an old 1998 episode. Homer watches a Black Sabbath concert, then the TV glitches. A message appears. Final breath of the Prince of Darkness, July 2025. A few scenes later, Ozzy sings while sitting on a throne, too weak to stand. He thanks the fans with a trembling voice. And on the wall, the date, July 22nd.
It's crazy that the writers of The Simpsons know when Ozzy's gonna die, but they don't know how to spell Black Sabbath. You would assume that people wouldn't believe in this shit, right? Like that video I just showed you, but no, on TikTok alone, that thing I just showed you has 3.7 million views, and there's people commenting their own tributes on the video, like Stacy here with her Rip Izzy comment. I did mention before about the AI tributes, and I want to talk about the most popular and controversial one, and potentially the one that got this whole ball rolling with the AI tributes to Ozzy, and that's from none other than Ron Stewart, of all people. He showed one of those AI tributes of Ozzy in heaven during his song Forever Young, which he dedicated to Ozzy, which I'll show here. I think it's funny when people call this tribute fitting when it's celebrating an extremely authentic figure in literally the least authentic way possible. And regardless of AI politics or whatever, there's just something so uncanny about this video as a whole. There's a couple parts in the video where I've noticed his face morphs a little bit, and it seems to change throughout the video. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of hours of footage of Ozzy on stage, documentary footage, the Osbournes. There is so much to pull from, but fuck it. Why put any effort into that when you can just have a computer shit this out? Out of everything you could have generated, out of everything, you choose to show Ozzy and Tupac using a selfie stick together like there's some middle-aged couple on their getaway. I just don't get it. I don't get it, man. Like, out of all the things you can make, it's infinite, and that's what you choose for a fitting tribute for Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Darkness. You would maybe think it would be fitting to show Ozzy together with Randy Rhoads, but a lot of the people making this AI footage probably heard the name Randy Rhoads and just assumed it was some street Ozzy grew up on. What I've learned from all this is that AI is going to leech onto every single celebrity death going forward. So all I can hope for is that people know what's real and isn't, as well as I just hope AI gets better so a lot of these tributes aren't as disturbing. But hey, that's the dystopian world we live in. So what can you do? All I can hope for is that in the future, when Dave Mustaine passes, there's no AI footage of him in heaven with a selfie stick with Little Xan or something. But whatever, man. I'm just going to go listen to Live and Loud and forget that any of this AI stuff exists. I'm Brandon Battick, and this has been the AI-free Disturbing the Priest.
It's death! I've just seen death!